From KTVN Reno, you're watching 2 News at 7.
There's a great deal of tragedy with this. We've learned a lot from it, but we need to keep moving forward.
Today marks 1 year since Nevada's first confirmed positive case of COVID-19. That forced our state's businesses and families to adjust quickly. Where we stand now tops 2 News at 7 o'clock. More than 5,000 Nevadans have lost their lives due to COVID-19 in the last 12 months. I'm Ryan Canada.
I'm Ariana Bennett. Thank you for being with us. Well, Governor Sisolak ordered flags to fly at half-staff today to mark the 1-year anniversary of the first case in Nevada and to commemorate those we've lost. While it's affected everyone, the pandemic hit the food and beverage industry especially hard, and some businesses didn't survive the closures. As Paul Nelson explains, while COVID-19 forced businesses to adapt, many hope the worst is behind us.
Duncan Mitchell is the owner of Von Bismarck Chapel Tavern and Schwarmageddon. After a year of ups and downs, closures and restrictions, he's grateful to be in business.
In all honesty, I feel pretty good right now. Like we're heading in the right direction. Starting to open back up. People are starting to feel more comfortable.
Washoe and Clark counties both had their first positive cases of COVID-19 exactly 1 year ago. Less than 2 weeks later, the governor ordered all non-essential businesses to close. That started a whirlwind of a year for bars and restaurants.
With Chapel Tavern, with the bar, we were closed on March 17th. They let us reopen, I think it was mid-June, and then we were open to about mid-July, and then they closed us down again, and then a month or so went by, and we got to open back up.
The closures included casinos. 300,000 Nevadans, or 1 in 10, were out of work. Our state's unemployment rate reached 30%, the highest in U.S. history. Some businesses went under, and others had to adjust.
I feel really lucky that, we did have outside seating, and we were able to, kind of use that to our advantage and get people to still come in and put out heaters and all that kind of stuff. And, some places just straight don't have that option.
Nevada's schools went to distance learning in April, and it still hasn't completely returned to normal. That's affecting families across the state.
Homeschooling children was probably part of it. Being quarantined. My husband's office, he's a dentist, he had to close down for 2 months. That was really hard.
The isolation was hard, of course, and just a lot of missing our normal life that we took for granted for so long.
Covering the story, Paul Nelson, 2 News.
Now, businesses like Von Bismarck will be allowed to have 50% capacity on March 15th, and they hope as more people get vaccinated and cases drop, they will be able to open up even more.
Today, Senator Catherine Cortez Masto released a statement acknowledging the Nevadans lost to COVID-19, saying in part, quote, "This crisis has affected us in ways we never imagined a year ago, and I'm thinking of those we've lost and each and every person in Nevada whose life has been touched by this devastating pandemic. Even in the midst of this tragedy, I talk to Nevadans every day who show me just how resilient we are." End quote. Senator Cortez Masto also said that she will keep working every day to bring the pandemic under control.